Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. So, in our previous video, we showed you some very exciting things related to the VBA, in which you can develop your own authorization metrics. The authorization metrics is very popular thing, especially you can see it in all the big systems like SAP or Oracle or wherever you have multi-user environment. You have to deal with it, and especially while speaking about SAP, they have a separate model for this one module that is called basis, and that takes care of all the user creation and assignment of the permissions and privileges, roles, and means rights are assigned. In Excel as well, when you develop a system which is being used by multiple users or with different permissions, so you need to implement the authorizations metrics in there. So the approach is the similar in all platforms. You have to have some users creation mechanism and their password assigning and their the objects which each user is assigned. So you are actually enabling this the user the object for a user. User-wise assignment is done. So here we are using one to enable and null to disable the object, right? So the assignment and means on the basis of these login, the system will decide, will use these assignments to make these objects available to the user, right? So let's go to the open. Normally you will open it. Let's open the file from the scratch so that you can see. And I'm taking you to the Explorer. Yeah, this is our Explorer. Yeah. And this is our lesson number 48, in which we are telling you about allowing or restricting the user's access. Okay. So first of all, you have to log in as an admin. The admin user is AMJ, and the password is AMJ123. Just for yeah. So it has logged in into the system, and the password has been validated. Otherwise, it wouldn't have reached this stage, right? So we have discussed these commands in previous video, previous lesson. Only we have added this thing because we have to develop this thing, means show and hide, depending upon the user with which the login is made, right? So go sub, as you already know, we have explained it. Go sub is that do this and come back. Whenever we say go sub, means do this, and that is within this procedure and come back. So this is always after the exit sub command and before the end sub command, right? So the show and hide is the name of the procedure, followed by a colon. This is mandatory, and it has to end with the return command. So this is the place where we are going to write our procedures. Means that how to decide that which sheet has to be enabled and which object is not to be enabled, right? So the first command is the range we want to create. That this range will tell us this range is going to tell us some thing that that will allow you. Hang on, please. Here, yeah, Control C. This is a complete command. Here, Control V. Yeah, the sum range is at the moment empty, and it is going to be the G4. If you go to and see the admin, the G4 is what? G4 is the starting top left corner from where this table is starting, and with the first sheet name, right? Okay, so G4, and then let's get back to the code. This is our code. Okay, here we are making a sum range, yeah, because we want to sum these things. How many ones are there? So it will come up with some total, right? So for this, we have to work out the range, right? So what is the sum range? The sum range is G4, and then the end right, yeah, from G4 to end right. So this is going to be a subject and a sum range. I show you, and you will understand what I'm doing. You see, I'm doing this. it is being said that G4 is understood, but the Q4 is not necessarily always Q4. Can be QR, maybe ST, maybe Z. So this is a continuous range towards the right. So it is picking the whole range to identify that how many header columns are there and what is the range. So G4 to G8. So from G4 is this, and how it has brought only the G8. G4 is already done here, and then followed by a colon, and then Q4. This is only Q4. This whole thing is resulting only Q4. Why? Because if you go there and follow this, the sheet admin G4, then press end and towards right, what is it? Let's go and see. Yeah, G4, and we control and right arrow key. If you press right arrow key, then you will end up here. And this is Q4, right? So it has very rightly figured out that how many columns are there. So G to Q, whatever they say. So it is going to make a total of the ones in there, and we'll find out. So it is 4, whereas the one is are on 5. Okay, with our next command, this will return. This will come back. This will be adjusted. So this was the header. Now B8 is 5. B8 is 5, right? So row 5 is the user's name. Okay, this 5 is telling that how many users are there, or among them which row is going to be relevant for this user who has logged on, right? So 5. So let's see that after executing this command, what happens? It is G4 to Q4, and as soon as this is going, this 4 is going to be replaced with 5. Now it is G5 to Q5, right? It is no longer G4 to Q4. It is now G5 to Q5. That's right. Okay. So when this is done, now this is the time for us to calculate. Calculate what? We will calculate the sum of all the ones here. Control C. Yeah. This is going to execute the sum formula, the worksheet function, to get how many sheets are to be made visible. So it is 11, right? Sometime it may result it to be 0. So let's make sure that it is not 0. Sometime if a new user has logged on, his count will be 0 because nothing has been allowed. So access to all the system objects is denied. This message is going to appear, and the login will be the prompt will come again, and it will exit from this routine. And the next is otherwise. Yeah, otherwise what to do? The first thing to be done in the case of otherwise. So otherwise in VBA we say else. Else. So hide all the sheets first. So for each sheet in the active verb, except this sheet, we don't want this to be hidden. Okay. So all the remaining will be hidden. And very hidden means a user won't be able to unhide it by right clicking on end user help. So it will be very hidden. So the users to prevent any unauthorized access, right? Okay. The next is now, since all the tabs have been hidden, now only the ones which are not hidden are going to be displayed. This is right. Okay. So this was else, and all these were hidden, and now it will start unhiding all these ones which are to be made visible for the user which is logging in, right? So this is how it is going to operate. So let's see that this one, that it hides everything, right? If you see, all sheets have been hidden. If you press the right click here, you cannot unhide them. User cannot unhide any sheet, right? So let's get back. Now it is going to open, make visible all the sheets which are required for this user. Okay, so it is doing a do while loop until the header columns are space, is not a space, right? So it will start from the G4 with the column 0F7 means G4. Okay. Next time for the next, it will be next column. So this will be now H4, I, J, and so on. So, and whenever there is a 1 in there, it is checking. If it is 1, you see, yeah. If it is 1, then the sheet name is collected and that sheet is made visible. That's it. Okay. So let's put the breakpoint here. First of all, clear all you can clear all the breakpoints so that you can, and put one breakpoint here that before going returning it will stop. Okay. So all the sheets are hidden. Now it is going to unhide only the ones which are pertaining to the user. Yeah. So it has has made the visible all these the required sheets only. Okay. So let's remove the breakpoint and close it. Okay. Now let's log in with a different user. The same command will happen, right? Let's save it. You can directly run it from here, right? If you go to this book and execute it, the login prompt will come. Say the next user is a low profile user, that is Riaz, for example. Riaz, and Riaz Z123 is his password. Okay, now it is a breakpoint. Okay, let's remove this breakpoint as well. Okay, we no longer need this. Okay, and we run it. So it has hidden all these files, all the unrelevant sheets, and made only the sheet which was possible, which was pertaining to this user Riaz, right? Similarly, if we run this again with this other user, which works for sales order, for example, so that is Gulzar. Gulzar, okay, and his password is Gulzar123. Okay, so this is related to the sales order, and this sheet will always be available to go and see the other videos, the tutorials. Okay, so these are a part of our system, no problem. Okay, so I hope I made it simplified for you to understand. No rocket science. It's a simple procedure. Go sub and branch and hide and unhide and very hidden. All these are very simple. And when you are going to use it, and you will enjoy it and you will find it very easy. Okay. So let's open it in my own name. Just AMJ. This is admin user. So I will use AMJ123. Okay. So this will make available even the admin sheet with which we started. Okay. So you can add a new sheet. For example, you want a new object to be added here. For example, you want a customer. Let's insert a new sheet. For example, a new object you have made, and that is customer. It will not be blank, but we are just talking about the permissions to the objects. You know, we can have plenty of functionality in this as well. But how to make it that it adopts the customer here? You will refresh it so that it comes inside this matrix. You see, customer is here, and you would put a 1 in here so that the admin user can have access to this. Okay, so and also this user can have, because it is making use of sale order. Okay, right. So let's log in again, save the file, and we go to view codes, and we go to here in this workbook, and we execute, and we log in with Gulzar. And Gulzar123 is the password, right? Yeah. So you will see the customer is also there, sale order, this is, that's right. Okay, I hope you learned authorization matrix concept, and we will come up with new things in with respect to this system. So see you then in the next video. Thank you very much.